This is my shop. This is where it all happens. It's where we take the cars from various states of disrepair and we fix them up, turn them back into something that we can be proud to drive.
Well, they're kind of like people. They've all got their own personality. Every single one of them's different. You can get into a 1960 Thunderbird that belongs to some person, you know, it belongs to anybody. You get into another 1960s Thunderbird that came off the line right behind the car you were just in, and it's going to have a completely different personality.
The thing that makes American muscle cars superior is that American cars you can work on, you can find the parts, you don't need a computer to figure it out. They're half as ugly and twice as fast.
I don't know, what would you do if somebody like showed up in a tuner?
In a tuner? I'd look the tuner over. If they'd put some time and effort into it, then I'd say, okay, let's race, and I'd shut them down. Then when I win, I walk over the car, I rip the emblem off, and I glue the emblem up in the shop. Like the old fighter planes, you know? I've tuned Porsche carburetors for somebody that didn't know how to do it, and I just applied my American V8, real simple, hip bone connected to the neck bone kind of mash. I just got in there and figured it out. And I've got, you know, Johnny go buy a Porsche, all his money, doesn't know what the hell to do.
This is a 67 Camaro. It's got a small block 350 in it, high-rise intake, Holley 750 double pumper. It's got a 373 rear end in it. It's got your street headers on it, electric cooled fan, E&M slap shifter, 2600 stall, 11.5 to 1 compression. It'll still run off of pump gas. And when it's done, it'll pretty much beat anything out there.
My car says that I'm really, really serious about cars because, you know, when you have to adjust your valves practically once a week and, you know, things break all the time because the way I drive it, which is pretty rough. There's no replacement for that kind of power. It's addictive, and I'll never ever drive anything quote unquote normal. And this car's been on the road since 1976, and hopefully it'll be on the road for much longer than that, you know. And it's history, it's rolling history, man. You can't replace that. It's rolling, tangible, usable history.
A lot of people see that Charger and they go, oh my God, that car is like my perfect dream car. That car's perfect. But for me, I've got that kind of mind, and it's my car. I see all the little imperfections. I see all the things that I'm yet to do to it, all the things that I'm yet to fix.
I don't know, he likes that Charger, but he definitely drives the Cougar more.
He drives the Cougar harder. I think, like, if it came down to it, the Charger's more like the baby car. It's fast, it's a beautiful car and everything, but like the Cougar, he is not afraid to rip it out.
My other car, it's a 67 Mercury Cougar, and this car was built for an entirely different purpose. All go and no show. It's not an over-the-top, brightly colored muscle car. I ran over a trash can the other day. It's just not a big deal. I whip out a can of spray paint, I touch it up, and you know, no harm, no foul. Occasionally we go to these car shows, and there's a lot of people there with really nice, beautiful, pristine cars. So we started a car club. We decided to call it the Jerks, just to kind of piss people off a little bit. It's not a cruise across the country car. I've changed the gears on it so that it accelerates real fast. This is a good car for being a jerk. It just lights up the rear tires, real obnoxious, real fun. If I break it, and then I buy new parts, and then I beat on it and I break it, and it just gets better and better. This car is something that's a personal car. This car is very close to my heart.
What makes the American muscle car stand out from everything else? There's no comparison. There's no comparison whatsoever. When it comes to an American muscle car, you've got the throaty V8 engine. It wants to just be let loose, and all you have to do is let her go. Just let her go.
The guys that say stupid, ridiculous stuff about women racers, you know, they've obviously never heard about Shirley Muldowney. They've obviously never raced me. So, you know, come get it, and then tell me what you think about women racers.
My garage is my church. And without it, I start going nuts. I've been in situations where I haven't had a garage, and I start going crazy. I go into depression.
I just grew up with tuner cars. The guys that I went with raced Hondas, and when you rolled up in this little Econo box, you know, everyone's like, oh, that's just, you know, POS, and it just gets you to work. And then all of a sudden, these guys were beating the Mustang 5.0 or the Camaro IROC. I mean, those cars were fast, you know, and I saw a lot of really good races between imports and domestics. Sometimes the domestics won, sometimes the imports won, and when the imports won, it was kind of like pride. For the aftermarket, the joy is taking a stock car and making it better and making it faster and making it meaner, making it handle better and louder and just plain look cool, that a lot of times you can exceed a factory built car like a Porsche and kind of modify it, like this one's supercharged and it's got nitrous and it's putting down this much power, so you get a lot more performance. But when you're a doctor, you don't really read into the aftermarket. You just buy what's good in the magazine, that's good out of the box. So you get smoked by something like this, and then you're going, wait, they told me this is like the baddest car in the world, and I just got smoked by some Acura. Once in a while, we come out here and we just do a little bit of testing, which, you know, make some adjustments to the cars and see how they react. The toughest thing about testing is you never know if you're going to go forward or backwards. You have to make small increment changes. Sometimes if you change too much, the whole car changes and you don't know like what change made a difference. So you have to be scientific. You have to know the changes that you're making and the effects that those changes made, and you have to be really good with your notes so you know what you like and what you don't like. It's not just one thing that this car has, it's just the overall package. It's built really cleanly, everything's been changed on it. The body panels, the engine's been modified, the stereo's been changed, the interior's been changed. For the most part, that's how cars are individuals. You know, they become extensions of the owner. It's the guys that just buy the Mustang or the Camaro off the showroom floor that think they're hot, and then they pull up to you and you're like, oh, you've got a puny import. My V8 muscle car will kick your, and then you race and you smoke them and they can't believe they lost because they've got this big 8 and you've got this small V6 or turbocharged 4-cylinder. But guys that are real car heads, they know if they can win or lose. For the most part, I can too. I can look over to a muscle car, an exotic car, and know if it's stock or if it's modified, and know if I'm gonna win and I'm gonna lose. And even though I might, you know, I know I'm gonna lose, I'll still go for it just because it's a challenge. Dai, who drives the car behind me, is he's been drifting for about 6 years in Tokyo, and he's just got a natural gift. I think drifters are on the edge of insanity and control. They're always at that limit point of, I'm about to lose it, crash into the wall, yet I want to be at that limit. You know, they want to get as close to the wall as they can. They want to tap the wall, scrape their bumpers on it, rip off banners. They'll go over the limit, crash, just so they know where the limit is.
Most important thing to learn in drifting is you don't need an expensive car. You don't really need anything to start drifting. You could get in anything you want and just go at it. Depending on what track you're at, use tires at a different rate. Willow Springs is very high speed, so a lot of the drift cars actually initiate their drift at 60, 70 miles per hour. We use a pair of rear tires about every 8 laps, which is about every 2 runs that we do.
Yokohama ES100. Very good for drifting.
Competition is very fierce amongst all the drifters right now. United States drifting is just coming into its own. Drifting has been going on in Japan for many years now, so a lot of the US drifters are really battling out right now, trying to be supreme, you know, trying to be #1 at the sport.
One of my buddies, he always says, I love to race the guys that think they can beat me. And then you beat them and you put them to shame. And at the same time, there's just nothing that puts a smile on my face like driving and racing and working on the car to make it faster and better. I get a huge rush out of speed. I get a huge rush from the competition of banging fenders with other people that I'm racing or dragging against someone. And it's just pure joy. It's pure joy for me. And you know, I always say once it's in the blood, you can't get it out, and I think that's absolutely true for anyone that's a gearhead or a racer at heart.
I love drifting! I love racing!
drifting rolls.
Well, I got into my first 911 in 1986, and I started fixing it up. I found out that for under $5,000 back then, I made my car almost 500 horsepower. And when I finished it, a friend of mine saw it, fell in love with it, and bought it from me. And I made a little money on the car and put the money into another one and did the same thing. Fixed it up and ended up selling it again. And I just kept moving up over the years and started my own shop in 1987, and I've been doing it ever since. Porsche is superior to any other car because they started off making a race car from day one, just mainly for that reason. I can do so many changes to this car with strict bolt-on stuff. I don't have to take the whole motor apart and do any type of changes, and they're just a lot of fun to race. I mean, they accelerate, they out-accelerate most cars. Some of these cars like this one I'm leaning up against will do 0 to 60 in pretty much under 3 seconds or 3 seconds flat, and there's very few cars in the world that can do that.
Don't try this at home, guys.
Up into the 700 horsepower range, and there's very, very few street cars that can run 700 horsepower and be reliable. And we do it every day here. We make 700 horsepower cars that you can drive to and from work, drive it to the racetrack, put some race tires on it, go have a blast over the weekend, and come home and take it and go get groceries with it. I love to go out there and race the Japanese cars because they're usually a lot heavier, a lot less horsepower, so we have a huge advantage over them. Ferraris handle very well on the track, but again, under horsepower, so we usually don't have any problems with the Ferraris either. There's really nothing that can take a 911 turbo. We actually put in boost pressure sensors that modify boost pressure, and what that does is you can see this line right here, it actually sprays methanol and water into the motor. The stock air box here is just this section is the only place where it breathes air from. What we do is we modify the other side of the airbox as well, so that way we get twice the amount of air into the airbox. Over here we have 2 air diverter valves, and the factory ones are made out of plastic and they flutter. So what we've done is we've changed these to a billet aluminum diverter valves. And every time you shift and you let off the throttle, those open up, blows the air back into the intake, which allows it to be reused again and sucked back into the motor, so it's no loss of any air. A lot of the Japanese tuners, they just blow it out to the atmosphere and they waste all that air. Virgil started with me about 4 years ago. He's the guy that we lean towards for doing all of our engine modifications. He does the clutches, all the high-performance turbos, headers, methanol injection, exhaust systems, and I have different mechanics that do the suspension and bodywork. But Virgil's the main guy that we lean towards to do all the engine performance upgrades.
Back in 1988, I purchased a Mazda RX-2. I got hardcore into it and been into cars ever since. Okay, what I have here are a pair of turbos off the 993 that are factory stocked. These little babies right here makes this car fun. This right here is what we call Monster. This is a full ball bearing race turbo that for a few people who are out there, this is the way to go. This turbo right here will support 800 or better, depending on what mods you've done to your motor. This car should have absolutely no problems exceeding 200 miles an hour. It should also be able to run from a 1120 to 1090 index in a quarter mile at over 130 miles an hour. Basically, all these technical specs means that you haul and it's not much anyone else can do when they line up next to you.
Racing's all about winning. Second place, no one ever brags about being in second place. Second place is just the first place loser in my book. 700's the magic number right now. As of today, 700 horsepower is not breaking these motors, and we're going to keep going until we start blowing these things up. And it's no fun blowing up a $50,000 engine, but we will grenade some of these motors to do it.
I just believe that you can take it apart, you can put it back together. If you have any kind of passion for the sport of going fast, this is what you should be doing right here, right now.
I got involved in racing, I think by fault of my family. My grandfather was what we call a coach builder, early 1900. He used to build custom cars for people like the Tsar of Russia. My father used to race rally in France. My mom actually, when she was pregnant with me, actually used to be his co-pilot. So I mean, that was pretty much in my DNA. I mean, everybody's going to say that what they love about racing is, of course, the adrenaline, the speed that we are getting on. But I think it's a full package. It's like if you talk to a surfer, it's not just the surfing, it's the lifestyle. It's you live for racing, you breathe racing, and your entire life depends on racing. It's pretty much an addiction. In the category I run here in Southern California, it's called Super Unlimited. And Super Unlimited means anything goes. There is no limit in budget, there is no limit in engine or cars. So we race against Vipers, Porsches, Ferraris, Mustang, anything that's so overdone that they don't have a class to fit. What makes the car very unique is the history of the car. The car was built for the IMSA series and ran the IMSA series between 89 to 94. The car ran at Laguna Seca, Portland, 24-hour of Daytona, 12-hour of Sebring. So the car has some history in it. It's a full two-frame chassis. It is not based out of a street car. This car was built for one purpose and one purpose only, racing. I've always been looking for an IMSA car to be able to restore. So about a year ago, I put a search that I was looking for IMSA RX-7. And back in December, finally one popped out. And after about a lot of negotiation, I ended up buying that car late December and be restoring it for the past 7 months now. So pretty much as far as winning is concerned, any track from Phoenix, Arizona to San Francisco, I either won there or finished second going from Phoenix to Las Vegas and going to San Francisco down to Los Angeles. Pretty much every road track in those areas, I either won or finished second. In 2001, I was the champion here in Southern California in the Super Unlimited class. 2002 was a pretty good year. The beginning did very well. Oh, I had a small accident about 3 years ago back in the LA street race. We did a race at the Coliseum. Not a major accident. It was basically the last race of the day on a Sunday. And it was actually the last lap. I was third. I was doing pretty good. And suddenly I decided that I was going to try to do a shot of being second. On the last corner of the last lap, when I was third, I finished last. They had to pull me out of the wall. Everybody pretty much has to race on go-karts, just because you can start to race go-kart when you're about 5 years old, through your teens, but also it teaches you a tremendous amount about racing. 0 to 60 in about 3.9 seconds. This car will do 0 to 60 in a very similar, right around 4.2 seconds. It's about $70 a day for a go-kart and about 700 to 800 to run this car. We're actually testing the car for the first time since I rebuilt it. We are what we call a shakedown. Tied up the car a little bit more. We just put a very soft setup. This is the first time out, but the car feels pretty good overall. Like I say, very loose, but that's pretty. It's fun when it's loose. I mean, you're sliding around, and right now we have a small leak. We need to figure it out where the hell it's coming from. Testing is always a little bit nerve-wracking, just to the fact that we want to make sure that everything works, and mainly when you work on your own car, like I do. You always doubt a little bit about how good of a job you did tightening up every bolt. You are talking about hundreds of bolts in this car. So once in a while, you are doubting yourself, did you do a good job tightening up the car? So a day like today was pretty nerve-wracking, but as soon as you're in the car and starting to drive and feel the car and see how the car goes, the nervousness goes away very fast. In my class, I'm racing mainly against Porsche and Vipers. So I get a kick out of it when I beat the Porsches because they spend $150,000 in a car and they get smoked and they don't understand. The only thing that in my life does not involve racing. Now, Nothing, absolutely nothing. Of course I hate to lose. You know, I mean, I think that's in the blood of every racer in the world. We hate to lose. Losing is not an option. I think what drives me to win is not just the ego of winning and telling I'm better than the other one. Is knowing for myself that I beat those person, I beat their car, I beat the hard work. We all put a lot of hard work. Just knowing that I beat their own hard work with my own hard work, that I think what sums it up. We all enjoy the speed, we all doing that for the speed, but I think knowing that the hard work paid off, that's the thing that I'm after the most.
I got this passion for cars. I had it all my life, and I have a passion for speed. That's my middle name, Speed.
Oh, it's my favorite shirt. It says I'm big in Europe. I'm small in America, but I'm big in Europe. And I wear this at the racetrack every time I go out because it intimidates all the other drivers when I'm walking around giving them the Michael Schumacher wave.
I love the design of the Italian cars. They're better looking than any car on the road. And of course the engine, the Ferrari engine, when you start an engine, it's just music to my ears.
There you go. Basically, the Ferrari engine out of the box is very well machined. Everything matches perfectly. They get the maximum they can out of it without overdoing it. This particular engine is 5 valves, has 3 intakes and 2 exhaust valves. The intake timing is staggered, so it allows a swirl inside the chamber, which makes the fuel and the air ratio mix up a lot faster, so we get a better burn. In fact, we get more power and we use less fuel.
Every time I go back to Europe, I spend time in museums, and I love to see beautiful paintings and beautiful sculptures. For me, this is a beautiful sculpture right here. It's perfect. The Formula One, no, that's a totally different experience. Everything that's the best in car business goes to Formula One.
F1 is the pinnacle of racing. It's the creme de creme. It's the best teams, the best drivers, the best mechanics.
You have to perfect yourself. You know exactly when to brake. You know exactly how to cut the corners, and I love it. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable experience.
A lot of the stuff that we see on this 360 Modena here, which is a 360 challenge car, it's built by the factory just for the racetrack. Has a lot of the Formula One derivatives on it, such as the paddle shifting. Also, a lot of the testing you see on your cars in the street, ABS and power steering, all derived from Formula One. You know, these guys, they go out there, tell me, give me more power, make it go faster, but you know, you have to be tuning the car. If you're not in tune with the car, you don't know what's going on. This is what happens. This piston disintegrated because the driver didn't know what was going on with the engine. Tires are going to be inverted. We already dropped those down. It's my job to make sure the engine's reliable. Paul tells me to give him more power, then I give him more power. This is some of the stuff we see. Pieces of metal inside the engine. The valve seat broke and the valve dropped down inside the piston, so it filled the hole inside of the engine. It did a lot of damage to the inside of the liner. Right here you see all the pit marks in the liner. This is something we build in-house. We take the original clutch and we modify it a little bit, rebuild it all. All new pistons, new rings, and do a valve job on it and fix everything, and that'll be good to go. It's always been my heart, my passion. I've tried to get away from it, even from cars, tried different things, computer things, and always come back to the car.
When you race a Ferrari, you become part of the car. You feel every single corner. You feel every single vibration on the car. It's like part of you. It's like the blood starts circulating through the car and back to you, and you just listen to the engine.